Hey, blessings, blessings. How are you?
Doing good. We just sat down to have some coffee. Just come back. We've been working on the fireplace. Had to go get some pipe stove, and the last couple of days we've been busy. We've been tapping maple trees, and Matthew picked up some of that chicken in the woods. He conned me into trying it. It's pretty good. I had some for breakfast this morning, and so it's fall. Well, it's coming on fall, so we're just enjoying getting outdoors, and we've been really busy outdoors. And on your, I never catch you, and I thought about you last night. I was like, man, I never catch her because usually I catch you when I sit down for coffee. And so I sat down today, and there you were. So we're like, hey, look at there. Ain't that weird? When you think about something, it just happens.
Of course, the creator redirects.
Right, right. That's cool because I mean, like I said, I sat down for coffee, and there you were, and I was like, see, it's timing. But we had what I was going to talk to you about is we had went up, and there's a place that's in those woods where it's bad energy, I guess you could say, and we've known about it. And Janice Carter come out, and she even pointed that out. And so we were over there tapping maple trees, putting in bottles and stuff, and I think Matt kind of felt what was going on, and so I suggested, "Well, should we burn tobacco?" And of course, he got the chills because he's like, "Yeah, they really would like that." And so the next yesterday, we went up and we took some tobacco and sage, and we're learning. We're not, I'm so far away from, we're Cherokee blood, but we're so far away from, you know, what we
Your
used to
guidance
be,
level. You're right.
right? And so anyway, I let Matt talk because we kind of come to find out it was basically like three families that were been feuding for years, I guess you could say. And we basically made a little fire and burnt some tobacco and sage. And what you want to tune in? Hear that Matt tune in here.
Okay.
Hey,
Sunset, greetings. How
hey,
are you?
doing all right. Goofing off
Good.
with the woods again.
Always exciting.
It's always something in the woods. But
That's right.
to go off of what Dad was saying, we were up there. It was like three families, and it was like they just had disputes. They were holding on to possessions like, oh, you stole this, oh, you stole that, and possessions of like this and that, just fatigue energies and such. And so we showed them when we were burning. This is what I was seeing when we were burning the fire and put sage and tobacco on it, and just relaxed and just doing our little burn thing. The spirits were recognizing that old familiar smell of that fire smoke in them woods, and brought back their memories of the good times they had fire smoke out there. And
Right.
they're like all the good times that they had by the fire. And I think that's what helped them to move on from each other's possessions, not recognizing they were actually holding on for
Hmm.
stuff that wasn't really doing them no good, holding on to something you can't change. So they kind of saw that there's no change that we could do besides try to help our family members. And that's what they decided to do. And they were able to find their family members through the smoke and the trees and such. I mean, it was like supposedly that area was like a very static energy, maybe a vortex happened energy going on right there, just a lot of stray energy from their disputes and such. So there's a lot of ungrounded energy and thoughts. And having the smoke, it seemed like it helped them to direct energy to their family lineage of where their family's at now so they could focus on their kids. And they didn't recognize how time has elapsed that much. Where I was looking at this one huge white oak. I mean, he's about like 4-person thickness, like that tree's huge. And they were looking at that tree through my eyes, and I felt them like, whoa, that little tree is that? You know, what they were showing me, what they saw, and how much time has elapsed for them. And well, it seemed like that helped them out to recognize they can move forward and help their own families out. You
A
know?
mother passed by that tree, and this is why they're holding grudges.
Oh, that makes sense why they didn't really want to talk about it for me. At least they didn't want to talk about it at the moment because possibly they don't want to like have us think about that at the moment of trying to do some good clearing and positive energies.
But
But
you did right by putting down tobacco and sage. What you can do again is say, let's welcome each other. Lift her up to be free.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Here's that.
Yeah, that's why I had thought we'd call into you because we we don't really understand a lot of that stuff. We're kind of learning, and figured you would have ideas because we were like, we just sat down and we both said, I said, well, we'll both have a prayer, and so my prayer was peace and bring back the balance here and that kind of stuff. That was basically what I did, and Matthew, he had his prayer, and it was kind of about the same thing. Yeah, and we got through with that prayer, and we were just sitting there, and the sun found a way through the leaves and just started hitting me straight in the face, and I'm looking at the sun through the leaves from far distance. I don't even know how it got to us, but it just and the sun looking through the leaves, it puts off these like fuzz all around it. And I'm looking at all this fuzz, and Matt was saying that's somehow or another when the sun comes through leaves, it feeds you. It's some kind of food. And I don't know. I'm like just looking at it going, that's kind of weird that after our prayer, the sun just found a way to shine in and, hit us. I felt.
Your energy, both of your energy and the sun, right at that moment, that's when she needed more light because of the both that's going on, and it's tied her down. So if you go back there and put down tobacco and sage dry there and say, I hope we had lifted you the way you need to be so it can be peace on the land.
Okay. That's good. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Okay, because we had done it up. There's a place up there. We told you before. We don't. I mean, we're so far off from our heritage. It's not even funny. We're like most people. We're so far off from understanding.
And it's okay because life goes on, and then sometimes we forget. But trying to get back in touch with it, it's more awesome than you would believe. Because when you're calling your creator and your relative to help you to get stronger for your land, or you want to bring peace,
Okay, gotcha.
and everything should balance.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we've been, we did it a couple of years ago, and we do go up, and there is a place we go. We'll just sit down and burn tobacco, but we had amazing changes on our property as far as things flowering and fruiting. And my neighbors accused me of planting fruit trees on their property. And I'm like, no, I did not plant fruit trees on your property. Why would I do that? Because they've got wild trees.
It wasn't you guys.
Yeah, right. So we were like, oh wow, this works, and because we got dragonflies show up, and we just had so much life show up to the property, and the energy seemed to have. So I think we cleaned one place, and then, like I said, that place, it was a little ways away, but not too far. But like I said, there was something, those three family members and were holding that hostage. It was a kind of a dark horror.
I'll say this: I won't be surprised if you got a visit now and then. You're gonna see a very small lady After you go back up there, you're going to see this very small lady, and she's going to tell you thank you.
Oh, that's so cool. Ain't that cool? That's the coolest stuff.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that is too cool. We had, now, the day before we were out and we were tapping maple trees, and I looked up at the fence line. And I seen this thing go by, and it was brown, and it was back behind some greenery, and I can't see worth a crap. I don't have my glasses on, so if I ever saw a Bigfoot, it'd be blurry. There's no, it's just the way it's going to be for me. I don't know what I saw. And I told Matt, I was like, it's either a deer or maybe a horse. And we walked up in there and I didn't see it. And I don't know if you know what that was by any luck, because I don't. I was like, that a deer just walked by. I saw it for sure, but it was like I said,
If it's a satanga, they know already who you guys are. They'll show themselves. Always give glimpse to show you.
okay. Yeah,
Even that your eyesight cannot see from far or see they always will, because they appreciate what you have done. You guys have done a lot.
that's cool. That was the thing, is Matthew was sitting there, and I didn't know he was actually. Normally, when he's doing a reading or something, he's aware of what he says. And I come back and we start talking about it. He's like, dude, I wasn't aware of what I was saying, because I was actually doing a reading. Basically, and I was like, well, I wish you told me that. I would have paid closer attention, because I was listening to him. But what was neat was, he said that they had went and, like I said, they went basically found their family, and the trees. He said the plants and the bushes were appreciating it. They were feeling it, and they were appreciating it. And so, that's real.
The smoke.
They love the smoke. Trees did.
Them of the smoke.
Right.
It's been forever since they had smoke up there.
Right. Right.
With fresh air.
Matt, do you remember our last discussion? I had asked you to go and meditate with the tree, and they would come to you and speak with you.
Meditate with. I'm trying to remember what you said, because I did go out and meditate to some trees. I also meditate down at our spring house. I did a lot of meditation in a lot of places, but not like hours on end. But
Did they tell you what? Remember, I had told you that they were gonna ask of you and ask for your guidance, and did you tell them? I know this is way back, but
ask them for my guidance, or ask them for their guidance?
no, your guidance, because you were speaking to one of the trees that needed help in healing.
Oh yeah. Which tree was it? Yes, it was the popular tree that needed the help. We had this big popular tree, and I asked for its guidance, and with Dad's pointing and through me saying certain stuff, I guess, or something like that, just following spirit what I can with what I'm seeing. We ended up strapping that tree down with two straps, because it had a big old crack on the bottom base, and it was leaking out a lot of water. And now I go look at it. There ain't no water coming out of it. Maybe just a little drop every now and then, but it's been about maybe a year now, maybe a half year. But two giant cargo straps.
It's been about 8 months now.
8 months. So near half a year, yeah. Half a year, yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking. And yeah, I don't know if it'll work. The tree wasn't sure, because even the trees, like I recognize all animals and such and plants. When they're born, they're naive, and they get to a certain height, they learned what they learned around their surroundings and such. And that tree was like, I don't know. I never got a strap on before. I never, such like that. So that tree's like, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. And I was like, okay, Dad, we'll crank down. It was a cranking. We got two crank cargo straps. So we're able to crank it on down to my max height. I was standing on it sideways, pulling on the crank and just jerking it, trying to get the crank out of it. And now
Yeah.
that strap's about to break. Seems like. I mean, I put my little finger on it, trying to pop that strap. Jeez, it grew. That tree grew. It's tight. It's
I
healthy.
I remember telling you you had to go and speak to the tree.
Speak to the tree. Yes, I have been actually talking to that tree a lot. There was a little pool of water. I tried to dig it out so all the animals will drink up that popular water, and now it's all empty and dried out. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, I did talk to the tree, and the tree appreciated it.
Oh, I was going to tell you when we went tapping those trees. It's really cool. Uh, some of them, one of the, I didn't know this. One of the maple trees was a female, and the other one was a male. So we got to talking. We call one of them Mama Tree now. She's big. And what was really neat is when we were tapping, Matt was like, "Where do you want to tap?" And they always tell you to tap on the south side, of the trees, which was right. The trees, I don't know if Matt was paying attention, but they positioned him, above the roots, over here and try some here, and it was really neat because, I mean, I don't know how many people go out and tap maple trees that actually, the tree actually guides it, it was actually guiding us like, okay, a little higher, that right there. And Matt's like, are you sure right here? And they're like, yeah, right here. And, he drilled a hole and sure enough, the white would come out, the good stuff. So we would put a plug right there. But that was real neat because we got every tree we went, and the trees would tell us, I could use 3 jugs. I'm like, you're kidding. And a lot of them were like, no, I want 3. And then there was one that we were like, it got hit by lightning. And she's pretty rough. She's got one big limb laying underground. So we were like, I don't know. We were looking at it, and the tree says, don't give up on me. And we're like, okay. She goes, at least try. So, of course, we're joking around with the trees. The trees they do have a sense of humor. But
Well,
they
I'm
were like,
really glad that you guys do. It's like I said, the trees speak. They give you energy. If they feel that you're unhappy, they'll bring you right back up.
mm,
They will tell you, yes, you can take this branch, is no longer needed. Or, yes, I have water. All right, I'm tired. Can you pray for me? I mean, if you pay attention, the
wow.
trees will speak to you.
Well,
Matt's really good at doing it, like I told him. He also needs to relax his mind a little bit because I know that he goes a little too fast. I,
yeah,
and
he does.
I can feel them telling him, slow down.
Slow
We're not in
down.
a hurry. Slow down.
Yes. Yep. 100%.
Yeah, he does.
I don't even all my other guides are telling me.
All this guy tell him, slow down.
I get excited, and I understand that
It's
they override.
exciting.
Need to slow down.
Yes, I agree. It's very exciting. And I understand the position that you are in when you do with these trees. But see, when you're doing it and your dad's connected to you, and it's going to go right through him, and then he's like, wow, I can feel this energy. I can, believe me, I know. I really understand. That's how I told
Yeah.
you, you do have a calling, but you have to be patient.
Yeah. I do recognize whenever that was a new one for me. For the past 3 days, I guess, or 4 days, is breath work. I didn't know how important breath work is.
Yes.
When you're laughing, that's the most healing energy for you. You know
Right.
why? You're breathing a lot. You're hyperventilating. You're getting high.
Correct.
You're moving sugars and enzymes to your brain to think clearer, and you're pushing out any stagnant, what do you call, slow cavities of water flow in your head. It pushes that out of the way so you can think clear. That's when you're laughing and hyperventilating. Well, whenever a situation comes, it's good to hold, breathe, and move forward. And that's as fast as you need to go. Right? That's what I've been recognizing. And every time I do a
I've
reading,
always told you,
yeah.
remember, um, you can have your bag in your pocket because you're different. Instead of like the ones going out in the woods with it, you have it on you, and when you go out there, and or you're holding it, and you can feel the constant triangle of energy.
Yeah.
And this is why they tell you slow down. We're not in a hurry. Slow down.
Wow. I noticed I miss steps. I step on a rock that's sharp, stuff like that. Whenever I'm walking a little too fast, simple stuff like that. I stub my toe about to trip. That's because I was walking too fast. Stuff like that. Just small little things like that. I didn't recognize is actually part of spirit. Oh, this is another reading we got from up there while we were tapping the maple trees. The squirrels. See, whenever a hunter is out there, they come out there with a certain type of energy. And what does a squirrel do? The
They
squirrel's like
alert. Oh yes, they alert you.
alerting. Why are they alerting you? This is what they're actually saying. What squirrels are saying. We all see you. We all see you. We all see you. You will
They're,
not get near
they
if you don't
are.
change your energy.
This is what we say. Nishkuno kohai means the alarm is going off. The little snitches are telling you. But if
Yeah,
you really pay attention, sit there and watch him or her, and then they'll have other ones higher up, and then they go off for a little bit, then you hear them more, like it's echoing because they're doing it after he's doing it.
Mm. Oh wow. To see yeah, this is the reading that I got. Yeah, I forgot about that. Um humans, our vibe, our energy, our aura that's around us, the power that's behind us is emitting all the time, and it's always very strong. And if we just walk up into the woods not knowing what type of energy we're putting out, the squirrels and anything else will see you and call out on you, giving you a warning, slow down, wake up. There'll be a bird that flies in your path while you're driving and means slow down, um, stuff like that. What was I going?
Relax, Matt.
Yeah.
We changed the forest.
We
I already
changed
know
the
what you're trying to
forest.
say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Just walking into the forest, we changed the whole vibe of the forest. Every
Correct.
bush, every piece of blade of grass that we change just by us walking by, you
Right.
know?
And if you have bad energy and you're going in, they know.
Yeah. Your
They will
intentions
try.
too.
They would
Yeah.
try to get it out of you so you can have good energy. But it's also very draining for a human. And this is why humans don't understand. And I try little by little to explain. But when you're going into Mother Earth, they're more powerful than us human. And I
Yes.
keep telling others that. And I try to teach them so that way they can, okay, no. Then they say I'm the crazy old lady. Well, this crazy old lady has a lot of experience in the woods and
That's right.
speaking about earth and trees. It's the same thing with creeks. If you listen to the tree will lead you to the creek where the water source is.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dad's already. Yeah. Dad's saying that we are blessed to have an elder. You're the only one we have to talk to, besides our guides, spiritual guides, and they don't really they're not very loud with their words, even though they're
Right.
very loud when they speak quiet.
Now that's true. They are loud.
They are loud. You gotta use your internal ears. But you being out here, you're the only elder that we got that's alive, rolling, and speaking what you know and helping anybody out. So we truly thank you and being blessed by you. Thank you very
Finished.
much.
Always, always.
Someone
Like
good
I
to
said,
talk to.
I'm always here, just a phone call away or text, email. I'm always here. And I tell it to those who are close, and I do keep eyes on you. I do wander out there to see. And that's why I was saying about the trees. They're
Thank
speaking
you.
to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
You're most
I
welcome.
appreciate that a lot because, yeah, I do need to slow down a lot. I get a little hyped. I feel like sometimes I got this little energy tag that's on me sometimes that keeps on saying that I'm not accommodating or I'm not helping enough or I ain't doing something enough. And I keep on, I think I get reminded by this tree over here, one of these two trees, or just the trees I walk by the most. And they keep on reminding me, you're doing more than you should. Slow down, technically. Calm it
Yes.
down. No
Don't
more, no
rush. Don't
rush.
rush. No rushing. No rushing.
Hmm. Oh, the hummingbirds. I forgot about it. See, the beginning of this year, about springtime, I put out the little sugar feeder for the hummingbirds and such. Well, that had a that was done quick because of the our honeybees found it, so they're all humming all over it. So I took that down, and then about that time period, we finally put the tobacco out there in the field and began to grow. And about I guess middle of this year, with the flowers of the tobacco just now coming up,
Hmm.
those hummingbirds were around and they flew on by. And one came to Dad. Here. Yeah, you tell that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there, and one of them came and a honeybee came up and flew and stopped and just looked at me and then left. And then Matthew got the reading that the hummingbird was thanking us for the tobacco. I didn't know this. We didn't know this, but the tobacco sugar is healing them. They can
Yes.
they can do sugar water, but the tobacco sugar, that crystal, for some reason, is a healer, and it makes them. It's a whole lot better for them. And so we were like, wow, that's so we're pretty excited. I didn't know, so I went. Of course, I got a tobacco flower, and it's like a honeysuckle. You're like, ooh, it is good. And we didn't know. We don't know. We're just, like I said, we're learning as we go along. But that was really neat. The
Like a honeysuckle.
Yeah, it's like a honeysuckle.
Yeah.
But yeah, the that little hummingbird, he just flew right up. He was 5 feet away and stopped and looked at me, and I'm looking at him going, huh? And then Matt got the reading. That hummingbird was thanking us for the tobacco, and I was like, no joke. So that's real neat.
The tobacco for certain birds, hummingbirds, um, baby finch, it's like a dessert.
Okay.
I have 2 water feeders out here, and I get like 10 hummingbirds. My husband says when you're gone for the couple days, they don't come. But as soon as you're like coming home, they start eating off there. He says, I don't know what it is. I said, it doesn't matter what animal. I'm
Yeah.
always going to be charged with them. And I put water, sugar water, and I tell people don't use that red dye, because that kills them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's chemicals in it. This is just natural, sweet water. Even if you use river water or creek water, the same thing, they'll still drink it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But
Our honeybees are doing really good. Now, our neighbors are having problems, but luckily ours are they're just wonderful.
raw honey is the best.
Mm.
If you get a whole raw, oh gosh, I
You're,
love to eat raw honey.
you're right.
Honeycomb.
Sorry. But about honey, in comparison to tree syrup, maple syrup and such, that is actually even better, supposedly.
Yes, it is.
It's more pure. It got less chances of pollution, or what do you call it, toxins and stuff like that, because bees could pick up polluted areas and be in the honey, such like that. And then you got high fructose corn syrup. We all know about that, but also that stuff actually got mercury in it, and that's not good. But maple syrup, you can also supposedly, I heard it once, that poplars, you can get maple syrup out of poplars, or it's some type of other type of syrup that comes from it. But syrup, you were talking about the honeybees. I'm wondering, I haven't tested this, if I use some of that syrup from a tree and put in those containers for the hummingbirds, if they would like that. You were saying creek water. They like creek water.
Try a little bit of creek water with it and see what happens. Because that's what we do when we're in the mountains. When I go and tend to my client here, I put this for the birds, and they'll come and you can see them because hummingbirds are pretty much everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's all we have is spring water, and we don't have city water here. We don't.
Spring water is the best. I used to live in Arizona. We lived on Spring Canyon because that's natural spring coming from the mountain. And I would always go up and get jugs, and I'll sit there in prayer, and my kids, Mom, where are you? That was my secret time alone in prayer, and I'd be coming down with like 4 jugs on both sides and walking with my stick down, and my son would say, "Don't go up there alone. There's mountain lions and bears." I'm not afraid.
Spirit guides me. If there's a mountain lion in my path, there's a reason for it. Right?
The spirit guide will always give you some hint.
Yeah, where not to go to. Yep.
Yes.
You'll feel that it's not safe to go up there this time. You won't go. Right.
What about that corner on the opposite side of the house?
Okay, I'm thinking you're talking about this dead tree that we put a bunch of chicken poo on top of.
Yeah.
He's dead. We might be collecting him up one year. But then there's the other 2 trees that are out there that are supposedly white oak. I didn't know. They're tough, supposedly. Yeah. And then you got another tree. He died. We chopped him. And then this past spring, we chopped the tree down that was in front of the garden on that side of the house.
Now, from the dead tree, after doing the prayer, do you get some of their, how do you say, chips, sauce?
Sawdust?
Yes. Do you put it around the stump? Or do you pull it out completely from the root? Because you always pull a tree out as time go on, and it's at the last of shaving or cutting down. From that hole, do you put some of his shaving back down?
Oh.
And then ground it again.
Well, it's a big stump. We just chopped the tree. The chainsaw did a lot of sawdust around the tree, but we didn't put any sawdust on top of the tree that we knew of. No.
You put it all how it is all around. Like dig a little, about not even a foot. Start it in there, and then allow it to be around. That's the meaning of continual guidance for you to able to speak with the trees, and they'll guide you in many things, like I have told you before. It's the same thing you're doing is like a bearer. I'm setting things freely so you can go and do, because he'll jump to another tree.
Oh,
the
wait a minute.
spirit from that tree will go.
Okay, so I've always saw that there was a spirit in that tree. So you're saying collect up?
That's the tree. Mama Bearclaw says you can jump to another tree. Ask the male or a female tree. They'll tell you.
Well, that tree is connected under the roots to other trees. I see its saplings coming up from its roots. Shall I let one of those grow up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll talk to that tree and tell it to grow from right there. Okay. Well, Dad wants to show. Okay, I'll show our seeds from, what was it, last year?
That's just our collection tobacco.
Yeah. For right now, this is our collection of tobacco seeds for right now.
Okay, that's good.
If anybody needs any, we got billions, trillions. Every one of them is. If you know how big a tobacco seed is, you'll be like, "That's a lot."
Yes.
It's smaller than a pepper. I mean, pepper seed. But that's a lot. That's our collection for right now.
John P should be. He's in the chat.
John P. He's in the chat, right? So yeah, he should be getting his going soon, or right?
Yeah, he's got friends growing.
He got friends growing it.
Yeah, we had to send him two. We had to send him two packages.
We had to send him 2 packages of seeds so he can get his tobacco's going.
The shaving that you guys had sent me, the womb worm, I had give some to my clan, and she says, "How'd you know I needed this medicine?"
That's so cool.
Wow.
What's in it?
Wormwood.
Oh, the wormwood.
The wormwood. That's so exciting. Yes. We helped. Yeah. That's awesome. Following spirit. We knew we had to put it in there. We knew it was going, yeah, that said, we knew it was going to go to you, and it'll be for a good reason.
I have turkey feathers. I have made dream catchers, earrings, feather fans. I made courtois with the feathers for the wrist for some of the young jingle dancers.
Oh,
and
wow.
For the chicken dance, the same thing. I have helped made theirs too. So
if you run low, we got more tobacco seeds, turkey feathers, and I got 2 new antlers yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one got gnawed on at the tip of it, makes it more character.
They all speak of their journeys, so yeah.
Heck yeah.
So we know you can put
we know you could put these things for good use. Me, I know I don't. I don't know what to do with it. I'll just be like having it in my. I might put it in as a gear shifter or something like that. That's what I did with one of my antlers. Not smart, but it did. It worked.
You'd be surprised. I will say this. One of my uncles used for glasses.
Glasses. Oh, freaking! That's awesome. Deer antler glasses. That's pretty nifty. I like that. I've been thinking about glasses, by the way. I want to get some orange lens, like really neon orange lens, and create my own little polarized glasses where you turn and such. This has been on my mind for a while. Look. Oh, check this out. All right. This is our pine sap that we cooked down, candy that we made. We used sugar and we boiled down the pine resin and then added sugar to it and poured on a copper pan plate type of deal, a thin sheet of copper that we have for
Did
copper.
you put it in the oven or did you do it on the fire outside?
We did it on a propane gas burner on a pot and just boiled it down, pretty much, and then filtered it. It turned out like peanut brittle. I don't know if you can hear my dad while he's talking.
Yeah, I can. I can hear him.
Okay, cool.
That's the same thing what we do too, to make candy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sap is very, very. You can use it in medicine. You can use it as a dessert. You can a tea.
Tea. Oh, it got turpentine taste in it, but not very strong. So
Right.
it's a dewormer, sugar, candy you can eat.
It's like that old hound.
Old hound, the sugar daddy candy, or the crack, peanut butter cracks.
Some kind of hound candy.
Hound candy?
It's called hound.
Peanut brittle is what I was thinking, but
Peanut brittle's one, but
peanut
they
brittle.
also have the old. She might remember what it's called.
You might remember what it's called. The horse or no. He's trying.
I can't remember. Old timey candy.
Old timey candy.
Oh.
That hard. I can't remember how to say it. Hound or something like that. Horsehound or hound candy or I don't know. You remember that? I don't know.
I, kn- I know what you're saying. If you add mint leaf or spearmint leaf and you grind
Spearmint.
it in it with it, that would take that other taste away.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, just something as simple like that. Okay, because I did notice that the sugar took away that little extra uh, other weird taste or something like that. That's interesting. Just add a little spearmint in there. Heck yeah. Oh, the other night about. Oh, he found it. Whorehound. Whore, don't know if you heard it before or not. Whorehound candy. He's good. It's a Tennessee possibly thing.
Okay, it was the natural whorehound. Yeah, it's
Okay.
natural whorehound, whatever that is, herb tea. But anyway, it's candy. Yeah, whorehound. Whatever whorehound is, I don't know. That's some kind of ingredient, natural ingredient.
Soothing to the throat. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
And
Possibly made
how,
out of thing.
like the acid reflux, the heartburn you get in your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did notice that. I might actually need to take some right now, actually, for that because I've been getting a little acidy.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's very good. Also,
yeah, but I think last week it was. I was outside at the hot tub room and looking at the stars and such, and I noticed that the lightning bugs were actually talking to me. Of course, they always everything. I didn't know this at the time, but everything's always talking to us like we're naive because we are naive. At least I am. I know I'm naive. I don't know much of anything, but I was looking at the stars and I was thinking that the stars were flashing, blinking. But as I was
mhm.
continuing to look, I recognized there was a lightning bug that flashed in that spot that got me to look at that star. And then, and another thought process, I was thinking of something else. A, Another flash from the stars from this other area, and I looked at that area. I was like, "Whoa!" And I knew about that sign. It was like a Sag on that side, Scorpio on the right, and then some other sign in the center, and some other things I was learning. But yeah, the lightning bugs were actually was talking to me. Looking at this star, looking at that star. They're showing me what I need to look at. It's like enzymes. I was during the same time period. I was learning what enzymes was, and enzymes
Fire,
are yeah
firebugs will lead you to tell you about the star people.
the star people. That's what they're trying to show me. Okay. Oh, I don't know. That's good. I don't trust nothing. No, I was messing.
Well, I don't blame you, but many
Yeah.
people are saying, even my elders that told me, my grandmothers said, you know, firebugs speak many times, but if you see them keep going back and forth to one and to another, they're going to give you images of the star people.
Really?
So, and that's like saying they're coming soon, or it could mean that they have been here. So you have to watch, really.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's probably why I've been out there looking at it. Our clan, our Scott and Bigfoot and such, they're not very ET friendly, but
No, some see that's where I'm not down, I'm mocking or putting down any other channels. They
yeah,
say, oh, yeah, the Bigfoots in them. No, not all of them.
not all.
Not
Some
all.
of them are, but like I seen some in
Some will
Colorado.
speak, yeah, some will speak with them, but not all.
Yeah, might be just the type of ETs of the area. The ones that traveled to the area, and the Bigfoots are
Yes,
like, I know that area. I don't trust those ET groups or whatever.
right.
Dad wants a question. Oh, we just now found this out not long ago that they're putting the government or such, ETs or something like that, putting tags on Bigfoots to keep them on their ears or somewhere else inside their skull where you can't unlock out of them. They're putting these tags on them so they can't jump through portals or what was it? Go through. They can't jump, in between dimensions. They're getting
The,
stuck
the
with that tag.
government has, I don't know, I'm allowed to say this. I have to make sure.
Yeah, rough. Yeah, I
They're,
understand.
I better not say. I'm
We get
sure
it.
they'll be, but you're pretty much close on things like that. Yes.
Which is really sad.
It's very sad. Yeah, really sad. Yeah.
They're trying more and more to control, but they don't understand. Mother Earth has her own journey, and her own angels are going to be here forever, and they can't tell them how or where they can loop through or come through.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
If they know, because I'll say this, my Orba, she's told me many governments. She says this is camouflage. This is camouflage for them that like to bring harm, and it's been happening a lot lately. And this is why they're traveling again. They're moving again.
Mm-hmm. I even felt their energy left from this area for a while. It seemed like Scott traveled back through, and I actually had that feeling of what Dad saw in the woods, that deer horse thing. I felt like that was Scott, and that was his actual skin color, which is a kind of brown, tan, blackish to it too in certain
It's a
areas.
brown
Because of mother and
red
father.
with black. Yes, that is your
Yeah.
client. That is them.
Okay, yeah, that's what you see too. Cool. Yeah, it was like his skin was black, but his face, his hair and such was brown and such, whatever, or
Reddish.
mixed. Yeah, reddish brown. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's good to get some confirmation on that one. I didn't know if his skin.
You gotta remember, he always comes back.
He always come back.
Back when they have clean that area, they always come back. But they always have to go to the farther out to the corners of borderlines, whichever state they all do, and they like rotate, and they'll cross over and they rotate. But the one that is mainly for your area, he always comes back.
Okay.
You can ask him too. He'll tell you.
Yeah, that
Speaks to you.
Yeah, he travels a lot. He's like he's everywhere from what I can gather with him and his father. Him and his father, they're those two. You can't ever see those two together. That's what I was getting from those two. It's like those two, they're always out working, helping other clans, and just co-creating with each other with different areas that they know that can help out in this area or that area.
Correct.
I've seen the father. I think he's still trying to help out the clan in Colorado, while Scott, he's back in this region, coming up in north and south of Knoxville to Kentucky to Georgia. He's working that whole ridge line type of, not really ridge, but those areas, the Appalachian.
He's got another family up there.
I was figuring, so I figured Flower, Stacy's old girlfriend. Oh Lord. I was wondering if that was true. It makes us nervous talking live.
Yeah.
It makes us nervous.
She understands us. Everyone else thinks we're crazy.
Yeah, everyone thinks we're crazy. I agree. I am. I know I am.
We are crazy. Happy to be crazy.
I'm happy to be crazy because if I was going to be sane, oh Lord, this world ain't right. Sane is crazy to me.
Yeah, it is. It's wild.
Yeah, my channel's called Logically Insane. Yeah, because I am insane and I like to try to have some logic behind it, though. Yeah.
Hey, here's the ingredients for that.
Ingredients?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, here's that.
On that horehound, it's got it's a herb. It's white horehound. I don't know if it will show me. I ain't got no clue if I could see that or not. Let's see. Well, anyway, the it's white horehound. It's a plant, and here's some names for it. It's called you know bull's blood, uh, Myrobe, eye of the star, folk name, I guess. Seed of Horus, another folk name. But anyway, that's what. So horehound, yeah, right. Horehound is it's a plant, and that's what you can still buy horehound. It's candy. It's probably really good. That's what the old people did. It's not the tastiest candy. It's kind of like eating our pine sap candy. It ain't really tasty, but
It's
healthy.
It's enzyme booster.
Yeah, it's healthy. Yeah, it's healthy. We had a tree that had a knot that appeared, and it came from inside the tree and was pushing the bark out. And so we were standing by the tree, and the tree said, "Make a tincture out of it." Oh, she's got some candy there.
this is sap
Sap. Okay.
with sap with brown sugar, cayenne pepper,
Ooh.
and hikuna with bear fat. And you you roll it up, and then you could squeeze it, but then you can also eat it.
Right. That's a good gum still. Like the pine gum. We went through the whole. You can chew it. It takes about 2 days to chew it, and it eventually gets to a point where it's crystallized, and it'll just crack and bust. And that's what we used to do. But we did find out we could cook it or heat it up in a pan and then pour it through a strainer and pour it across a plate, and it'll dry really fast. And you can just break it up and take it that way. We added sugar just because to add the flavor, but it's a lot less. It's not as strong and it's not chewable. But they used to be the gum people used to get was natural. A lot of people are chewing gum, and the gum they're chewing, your body's being tricked because your body thinks, "Oh, it's time for it." Because not only does pine sap decalcify the pineal gland, but it's also a dewormer. And so whenever you chew gum, your body thinks it's getting pine gum. That's the original gum. And a lot of people are making a mistake because you're tricking your body, and it's not good. But but I was going to tell you about that knot on that tree. It was like it came out, and you could see it was pushing the bark out, and it was weird. We're looking at it, and the tree's like, "Make a tincture out of it," and we're like, because he's got one tree that is always hollering, "Enzymes, enzymes, get your enzymes," and I'm like, "Oh, enzymes," and because it's so important to get these minerals that are out in the woods. Like I said, we've been eating that chicken of the woods, and
You gotta get them while you can.
yeah, we're trying to get the trees keep telling us, and everything's saying, "Hey, come get some of this." But anyway, it told us. So Matt took his little knife and he reached in there and it popped off, and we took it and blended it up, and we put it in some alcohol and let it sit for 2 or 3 weeks, and now we've got it in a bottle. And so we made a tincture out of it. But I know it's weird, but the tree told us to make a tincture out of it because it's got something in it that there's medical benefits to it. I don't know what it is, but the tree knew.
The tree,
Trust
the tree can provide many important things for you. Even the bark, it'll dry up to taste like jerky.
Mm. Mm.
And it'll taste more like pepper jerky than a regular jerky.
Okay.
And this is why Satangas eat it too, the bark.
Right.
A lot of the bears do it, deers, elk, moose. Some mountain lions will like just to use to sharpen their teeth.
Okay. Okay.
But
Well, I found out today, like Tyson's is taking out all their high fructose corn syrup. By 2025, they're taking it out of all their products, which is a big relief because that tricks people's body into thinking they're getting sugar. That's why we have so much diabetic problems, because people are not getting the sugars. They actually need sugar, and high fructose corn syrup. Not only does it have uh, mercury in it, which no one knows about that, but you can Google it. It's got mercury in it, but it, so we're excited to see that. And then I heard Coke was removing it, and so I had to go check that one. I was like, I don't know if that's true. And sure enough, Coke is supposed to go back to cane sugar this year, 2025. So that's going to be great, because almost 70% of the stuff in the stores now, all your snacks and sodas and all that, has fructose corn syrup, which is, that's big excitement. That's exciting for us, because we understand the importance of your body needs both salts and sugars. They balance each other. If you have a battery, which we are batteries, and if you put sugar in a battery, it does reduce some of the charge, but it stabilizes energy. And same thing with
correct.
your body. You should be having salts, sea salts, and with sugars, cane sugar, that helps you stabilize your energies. And most people do not get enough sugar now, because they've made sugar seem like it's a bad thing. I was
Sugar
having
isn't a bad thing. It's used in moderation. If you know how to measure it, then it should be. I know, because my husband been a diabetic for 21 years.
mm-hmm.
His A1C was at 9.
Wow.
That's very high. Now it's down to a 6 point. So he's really at the border now.
Right. Well, that's
But
great.
I told him, you don't need to take this. This has got too much chemicals in it. It will shut down your organs. He says, okay, well, what do I need to take? Because I have to show them. Well, I went with him to the doctor, and I said, well, one, I'm a retired nurse. Two, I do a lot of herbs with medicines and stuff. He doesn't need this.
Right.
And the doctor says, well, prove me wrong. I will. And I
Okay.
did.
Wow.
He said,
Awesome.
what did you do? Because his A1C has really dropped rapid. I says,
Wow.
moderation in sweetness, because we still have to have that as a balance.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah.
the water and the salt of our body, we still have to have a balance of something else. And that,
Right.
yes, it's sugar. Everybody says vegetables is high protein and we need it. Yes, we do. But our body is water and salt. If you're
Right.
crying, taste your tears. It's salt, like the ocean.
Yeah. Right.
But we
Right.
can't drink the ocean water because it's too powerful for us.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
if you drink creek water, river water, but you have to strain it still, but it's good to drink.
Okay. 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 Gotcha. Yeah. We take sea salt, and I can tell when I'm low on sea salt, because if I got to go pee a lot, and a lot of people don't know that, but if you
That
got to go
is,
pee a lot, drink some salt water because it helps you retain. Right. But if
you
you're
know,
drinking,
as
if
long
you're
as you're not
food,
drinking too much.
yeah, like I said, well, if you're
Drinking
drinking,
the flavor of the
if you're
salt.
but if you're drinking, if you're getting sweets like ice creams and sodas, and you're not getting sugars, you're getting fructose corn syrup, your body's getting tricked, and it's causing unbalance
My
again.
my husband used to tell me, he goes, until Thursday, I said, get a little bit of salt, put like water or lemon, or get a dab of little honey and put some salt there. Put it in your gums as it goes here and up in here in your gums. It helps you. Same
Huh.
thing with cold sores when you got blisters in your tongue and your gums or your tongue. You could put salt because the salt will heal it back.
Wow. See, there's
It might burn. Yes, might burn a little or a little tingy, but that's the purpose of it because it's bringing back the little cells we have
wow.
to,
Yeah,
to
that's important information, because
heal it.
everyone has salts and sugars. It's just, I'm glad you showed your doctor or something, because I hope that. I mean, like I said, I'm excited that Tyson. We don't buy Tyson chickens. It's just the spirit of those chickens are. A lot of them never walk, so I just can't. We can't. We don't eat Tyson chicken, but I'm really excited to see them removing that, and I'm really excited to see Coke removing theirs, because people are in a heap of hurting right now, and so getting balanced with their salts and sugars is going to be a very good big start for
Right.
health for people, and getting rid of that mercury. It's not helping us.
Yeah.
No, it's
With mercury, you get inflammation with mercury.
Yeah.
You get sick with mercury
Yeah.
poisoning. It's not good.
No, it's not.
You get foggy, cloudy mind.
Cloudy.
Stuff
said,
like
if you're
that.
low on salt, you're grumpier.
You're grumpy.
So we was telling Tina the other day, we were giving her a hard time, but you need more salt. She's just grumpy because she has to deal with being mad, but still.
Yeah. We just like to blame it on the salt.
Yeah, you need more salt in your diet.
well, gentlemen, I'm coming up to a close. It's 2 hours I've been on. Yay!
Yay. Well, hey, it was great catching you. And like I said,
Yes.
I thought about you last night. I was like, we never catch her, because I don't have my history on my YouTube. So I wait, and whatever comes. I'm more like that. And we've been so busy, I don't get a whole lot of time on the internet and YouTube. And so, we sit down for coffee, we watch whoever's on, and that's kind of how we roll, whatever spirit brings
Right.
us. And I thought about you last night. I was like, we ain't had a connection with her in a while. And so me and him sat down for coffee, turned the TV on, and turn on the computer, and there you were. And we're like, looky there. And it was just, like you said, it was time to say hi and check in and tell you we're all good here, and things are doing good. We appreciate your help. And like I said, you're the only elder we know. We don't know anybody, and so we appreciate all the advice we can get from you. And
Of course, you're
Thanks.
most welcome. If you have any other questions, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
still
thank you
here.
very much.
Oh, no, all right, Matt. Remember what I said?
Have a good. I'll try to slow down a little bit more.
Okay.
Thank you very much for all that you've done.
Thank you for you guys coming on and sharing. The viewers, and we all exchange information so they know too. But I'm always here for you. Remember, go speak to that tree.
I'll speak to them. I'll go talk to them dang gun trees. They need help just like I do. Lucky bastards.
They'll help you balance. All right. Much love.
Much
I'll
love.
talk to you guys again.
Yeah, have a good, safe energies. Good energies, y'all. See you.
Yes. Bye-bye.